right, so it is January. It's January 21st. It is 12, a little after 12 here on the East Coast. So if you're somewhere else in a different time zone, I know it's a little earlier. So thank you for being here. This presentation is going to show you how to master Facebook ads in 10 clicks. I said 10 clicks, but give me a little grace. It may be plus or minus 2, but very easy. Not as difficult as it's been made out to be, or not as difficult as it used to be in the past. So at the end of this presentation, you should be able to do these things here. And this is the goal. I want you to be able to understand how to create an ad campaign in just a few clicks, how to target the right audience for your business, tips and tricks for creating a high performing ad, as well as how to track and measure if your ad is doing well. So these are the things that this is my goal for you at the end, that you should have a very good understanding of these 4 things. So just a little bit about me. Who am I? Who are you, Dr. T? Dr. Tiffany Deltray. Deltray is my middle name. And I am a pharmacist. I've graduated from FAMU in 2006 with my doctorate of pharmacy degree. And so that's where that comes from. I've been an entrepreneur, heck, since I was selling mangoes at my grandma's house. But for real, in the online space since 2006, my first business, official business, was a online shoe store, brick and mortar and online. From there, I had owned a hair company. My husband and I have a trucking company. I started helping women lose weight online in the online space, and it's just grown from there. I really love helping people. That's like my natural gift. That's my thing. I'm a problem solver. So when you come, I'm not really an excuse listener. Like I'm ready to solve the problem. So that's who I am. And growing a business in the online space is really what I do. So from helping women to lose weight online, I learned about body contouring and spot reducing fat, right? And I used to think like, heck, no, you can't spot reduce fat. No. Then when I started hearing about body contouring and learning more about that, and it was talking about spot reduce, I had to do research. And so that clinical and medical side of me was like, how? And as I started researching, I learned the how. And of course, that's how we are here today as body transformers. So I do own a body contouring spa. I do have one esthetician as well as myself. But these things that I am showing you are things that I've learned. I've paid coaches, I've taken courses, I had mentors, currently have a business mentor. So the things that I know are things that I've learned, trial and error, experience, all of that great stuff. But initially when I started in the online space, I didn't understand the keys and the blueprint and the things that were needed. Of course, I had to, learn it. So the biggest thing first is, before I can show you how you should be running your ads, I have to show you and like break some myths or some things that you think are facts, because you have to understand some things first. The first problem and mistake that a lot of people are making is that the social profile is lacking brand awareness. And brand awareness is, of course, your brand. And when we start a business, what we're thinking: logo, colors, make a post and let people know, and they're going to show up. It's more than that. And if you're on this call, you understand that it's more than that. So your brand, people seeing you and understanding that you exist, that is what brand awareness is. And that is what social media does. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all of the platforms bring about brand awareness. It lets people know that you exist, right? And then once they know that you exist, then the relationship can build and grow from there. So that's the first mistake. The social media profiles are lacking brand awareness. The next thing is that you're trying to use before and after photos when you're running ads. When you're running ads, another mistake that people make is that they're sending people to a booking site directly or to their website. That is a big no-no. I'll explain these things as to why. And the last mistake that a lot of people are making is the expectations aren't there, because you just really don't understand what it takes to really market and grow a small business. And let me turn my phone on, do not disturb. And so that These 4 things are mistakes that the most common mistakes that people are making it. These are mistakes that I made. So in that, you're just flushing money down the toilet when you're running ads. It's just in the toilet, going down the drain. Like you're just wasting and hemorrhaging money. And the goal after today is that you should not be doing these things, right? Right. All right. So let's talk about the lack of your social profile, not having brand awareness. So your profile should be set up in a way that when people go to your Instagram, when people go on your Facebook, when people go wherever they see you at in this free world of social media, they should be able to literally look at your page and understand what you do and who do you help and how. So who do you help? Someone taking notes, your social profile, someone that doesn't know you, have never heard of you, just stumbled across your page, they should be able to understand who you help, what you do, and how you do it. Those are the 3 things that your social media profile should answer. Okay. Now, this is just an example of a social media profile. This is my body contouring business, and your social profile needs to be set up in a way that people right here where I have my city and the key terms that I do, these things are searchable right here. Are you guys able to see me dragging this screen, this little thing? Because I see it, but I don't know if you can. But where I have Tallahassee Fat Loss, Weight Loss Clinic, you need to have your city. It should not be a repeat. I'm not going to go too far in depth in this. I think I do have a YouTube video on this. But anyway, when you look at this profile, you should be able, this tells you who I help and what I do, just off of my bio. This is what it tells you. And then the social proof and awareness is now the before, afters, how I do it. The content is what shows the how. So your bio explains who you are, what you do, who you help, and then your content just shows the how. And when you think about it in that way, my content just shows how I do what I said that I do. Then it makes it a little bit easy and a little less overwhelming to create the content. This is another example. She's in BCMU, but this is her Instagram bio. Of course, it didn't look like this before she joined, but now where is she, who she helps, what she does. This clearly explains that, and then she posts consistently and shows how she do it, right? So these are the key things that I want you to take away, because what's the first thing that you do when you see somebody's business in an ad? You hear about it. Wherever you hear about somebody's business, what's the first thing that you do? You go to social media. I know that's what I do. But if someone comes to your page and it's lacking the brand awareness, you haven't posted, it's not very clear what you do. It just doesn't have that presentation like that to it. People easily become uninterested, right? And so the biggest mistake, one of them, is that your social media profile is lacking. So let's fix that. The next thing is you're trying to use before and afters for your ad. And of course, Facebook has very strict rules. You cannot use a before and after photo for an ad. Something about the body shaming and making others feel bad. And so it will not get approved. And if you happen to get approved, because in the past, before I learned, remember, trial and error, threw money down the drain, I learned that you couldn't do that. They were approving it. Or they would not approve it, and then I could appeal it, and then they would approve it. And for a while, I was smooth sailing. I was good. And then one day I didn't have no damn ad account. And I was like, what the heck is going on? They're like, you violated rules. And then my mom like, how I violated a rule? Oh, come to find out, I violated a rule, couldn't use before and after. But I'm thinking like, but y'all approved it. It didn't matter. So that Facebook account got banned and shut down and XYZ. And so do not even try to post a before and after, of course, on your page for brand awareness, but it will never get approved in the Facebook world. Okay. All righty. So this is just an example. Before and afters, they're not going to get approved. I just wanted to throw this in here. Only on your pages, not for an ad. All right. So the third mistake is you are sending people, you're running an ad, you figure something out, you got something that's been approved, right? It's approved, it's running, you spending your money, your coins, it's going, and you sending people to the booking link. Or you're sending people to the website. I'll explain why that's a problem in the slide. Okay, so in order, I have to sit back and chill for a moment, because you know what I am going to do is just pause for a moment and see if there are any questions, because I think I've maybe unpacked a lot in those couple of slides. And so if anyone has a question, you can unmute yourself and let me know. If not, we're gonna keep it going. Going once, twice. All right. So somebody has a question? Okay. So the issue, and this is one of the biggest issues. So once you figure out, okay, I can't use it before and after, you got something that's been approved, you're putting your money in it, and it's still, you're not getting people because you are sending them directly to your booking website or to your website or to your booking link. And here's what happened. I don't know who kind of is familiar with me, but I'm supposed to be an actress in my other life, right? So I'm a little animated. But this is what happens on Facebook. When Facebook is a platform where people are looking to socialize. They didn't come on there to see our business. So literally when they come across your ad, it's like this. Like you just popped up because they're on there to socialize, see something funny, whatever. They didn't come, they weren't expecting your ad. So when you are running an ad on Facebook, think about the fact that you are literally going, boo, to somebody, because they weren't expecting you. They weren't looking for you. It's not like Google or YouTube where people are searching. They didn't search for you. You just paid some money and you just popped up on their timeline. That is cold traffic. Cold traffic, just think about the chill. It's cold. You know, somebody being cold towards you. Think about that. They don't know nothing about you, who you are, and what you do. Absolutely nothing. Never heard of you. Remember, it was that's the new word for cold traffic. Boop, you scared them. They've never had a prior connection with you. And at this point, there has never been any brand awareness. So when you put up an ad that you finally got approved and you just bust out, and expect that people are just going to book on a booking site or go on your website and maneuver and just be ready to come to you and get naked and let you work on their tummy, their back, whatever, that expectation is not realistic. It doesn't happen like that. It's cold traffic. So one of the key things that I want you to walk away with from this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are, is that when you are running Facebook ads, that is cold traffic. Okay. And because it's cold traffic and these people don't know you, like you, or trust you yet, you have some work to do. But the ad got their attention. So what happens next? What happens next is they are hard to sell to. The chances of you getting them to come in is super duper small. And the example here that I'm showing you is running ads. But again, because those people were not expecting you. But the goal is to get them warm, to warm them up to you, for them to get to know you. That is an easier audience to sell to. So someone goes from cold, the goal is to get them to warm. These people have heard of you. They've seen you before. They're aware of your brand. They're warming up to the idea of listening and trusting you. And how do you get them from cold to warm? I am going to show you that. The way that you get them from cold to warm is by them seeing you. So if you're running an ad, it may be that they see your ad multiple times. And so from there, they get a little more familiar. They go to your Instagram page, your Facebook page, they go on your TikTok, they look at your profile to see what you're doing, because now, they've seen your ad a couple of times and they're like, oh, this keeps popping up on my timeline. Let me see what's up. It goes from there. So now they kind of become warm. Another way to get people from cold to warm is through, y'all have heard me talk about this, it's through lead magnets, right? So when someone follows you, that would be someone that's warm. A lead magnet, I'll explain that a little bit more. Or they subscribe to something. So they gave you their name, phone, and email. That's more of a warm. They've warmed up to the idea of you. So just remember, when you're running a Facebook ad, it's cold traffic. The expectation that you're running an ad and people are just going to be popping up at your business when they don't know you is not realistic. Okay. All right. And the goal, of course, is to turn them from cold, warm to hot. Hot means that they've opted into your stuff. They know about your product and services, what you do, and they're ready to purchase from you. Hot is also someone who has bought from you before. They're familiar with you. So it's easy to sell to them. It's easy to get them to do what you need them to do. They're hot. They like you. So that in itself is the expectation of what you should think when you're running Facebook ads. And these few things that I'm explaining to you right now, if you've never heard them before, but these are things that marketing agencies are, they're looking to just say, run ads, run ads, run ads. And okay, that's going to get you in front of people, but those people are cold. So the conversion of them seeing your ad and then just coming in is very small. How many times have you done that? Just think about your own journey with the business. All right. So then, Dr. T, how do we do this Facebook ads thing, man? Because everything you said is like stuff that I was doing that wasn't the right thing to do. So then how should I be doing it? Great question. So when you're running ads to people who don't know you, like you, or trust you, you have to add value. Value can be a freebie that can solve an immediate problem that they have. Something free, that they can get from you to go from cold to warm, something that doesn't require them to give you any money, pay you anything. That is what a lead magnet is. It finds the lead and it's like a magnet, and it captures them. So some type of ebook, some type of checklist, something. Some examples of this would be like a 7-day body sculpting challenge guide that maybe has recipes, some type of journal for estheticians, foods that you're eating that's causing acne. These examples are examples of lead magnets that I have in BCMU for the members. So these are just the examples that I'm using, but it could be whatever it is that you kind of creatively come up with, but something that you can offer them that's free, packed with value, that can solve an immediate problem. That is how you get people to go from cold to warm to trusting you. So at the top of this presentation here, it just kind of shows you have a freebie, which is your lead magnet. It has value. They become warm and you nurture. Okay. The other way, and I'm going to show you both examples of these when I show you the demo of the Facebook ad. You have an irresistible offer. Okay. And irresistible is not 10% off, 25%. That's not enough to make me get up out my bed and come to you when I don't know you. Irresistible is like 50% off, right? It's some type of offer that really, really a person can't say no to. That's how they can go from cold, warm to hot, and they're in because it's an offer that, wow, I can't say no to that. That's a good deal. And let me just preface it with this. For some of you with irresistible offers, that may mean that you need to go up on your prices, because I'm not saying Groupon where you working on people's bodies and breaking your back and on these stomachs for $50, to each his own, but sometimes, a lot of times, my advice when people join BCMU is that, okay, we got to go up on your price so that you can come down so that the offer can be irresistible. So that's just something to consider. I just needed to say that because I don't want someone thinking that they need to lower their price. No, no, no. That just means you need to go up on your price. And there's a whole strategy behind it. Okay. So then this is what you need. You need a great, attractive ad that can get approved. You need a lead magnet with value, because this lead magnet that you're giving them has to be packed with value. You need a two-way text and email autoresponder that will deliver to them what you promised. And you just need to have a willingness to learn how to do this, grow, and take action. These 4 things are what you need to properly run the ad. That's the blueprint. So let me get ready for the demo to show you guys what we are doing. And while I'm doing that, who has questions on here about anything that I said? I ain't got no questions. Okay. I'm a little nervous. Either I'm doing a really good job at explaining, or y'all just scared to ask me a question. I hope that's not the case. All right. So there are 2 examples that I gave. Okay. Thank you, Sabrina. She said I'm really good at explaining. Hype me up, girl. Hype me up. Okay. So okay, Cheryl, y'all hype me up on this Saturday. I'm doing a really good job at explaining. Okay. All right. So remember, 2 things that I said when you're running an ad: a lead magnet, which is a freebie, or a irresistible offer. I am going to show you both. Okay. So let me show you the ad that we're doing, just so you can see the 2 things that I'm talking about. Down. All right, that's the 1, and that's the 2. All right, I'm going to share my screen again so that y'all can see this. Okay. All right, so the 2 things that I said was what 2 things? Somebody type it in the chat, because we're about to be interactive here. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, because it says I'm sharing. What 2 options do you have for running an ad? What 2 ways? What 2 things? Freebie? Yes. Great offer, freebie. Perfect. Okay. So this is a picture of the freebie. This is a journal. Calling it the Tighten and Tone Interloss Journal. So this would be my freebie, because I'm going to give them a journal. It shows on the page. They get a 14-day meal guide. They get some smoothie recipes. They get 14 recipes and demo videos. I've kind of gone into depth what this is when I talk about lead magnet on the YouTube channel. It's also in the group as well. So I'm not going to go too deep into it, but the journal is, they can track their progress. It has video, like shows them how to do for the recipes, not just the list and steps, actual video, some workouts and smoothie recipes. So free, packed, ton of value. Like they can literally take action. If they didn't know what they should be eating today, they can literally get this delivered to their email and take action. Ton of value, right? Giving it away for free. And So this is our first example of what we're going to do. The next thing is the irresistible offer. Uh-oh, I don't see that. Next thing is the next thing is the irresistible offer. And remember, I told you guys that here, okay. Can somebody just let me know? Me or okay. Can you guys see this? So this is my irresistible offer. Seal the deal. Can you guys see this down at the bottom?
Yeah, we can see it.
Perfect. So seal the deal, and they getting $100 off their first body contour session, regularly $249, $149. So these are my two ads. I have my irresistible offer at 50% off, and I have a freebie that I can give them. Now, you can determine the route that you want to go first. The freebie is always just people, you're going to be able to get more people interested in that because of course it's free. You don't have to do anything. Your irresistible offer, those people, I'll explain it when I show you. All right, so we got those two things. Those are my two things that I'm doing. All right, so here's the demo. We're on Facebook. Now, Facebook, running Facebook ads used to be crazy. You don't need to be an ads manager. Facebook is a business. It's all about money. They want people running ads. Now, what you should not do is when you make a post and what they say to you, hey, for just $5 more, you can boost this post. Don't do that. Please don't do that. For $10 more, you could just boost this post. Please don't do it. Do it this way. It's not hard. You're going to log into Facebook. Now, over here on the left, you'll see Meta Business Suite. It pops up for me because I use it a lot. But if you don't see it, just click the see more button. Scroll down. If you still don't see it, then the workaround is going to be for you to click into Ads Manager. And I'm just showing this because it happens and people don't see it. So you'll click into Ads Manager, but you're going to go over here to the left-hand side and choose no, this is not what I want. If you don't see Meta Business Suite, Ad Center, not Ads Manager. So let me just back up so I don't make sure I didn't confuse anyone. You go to facebook.com. Over here on the left, you'll see Meta Business Suite. If you don't see it, click the see more button to see if you see more. If you don't, I don't want you to click on Ads Manager. I want you to click on Ad Center. When you go into Ad Center, you're going to choose the home button. And when you choose home, you will see more tools, and then Meta Business Suite will be there. So that's the workaround to get to Meta Business Suite, because some people don't have it on their dashboard right away. All right, so I'm going into Meta Business Suite to run my ad. Now up here at the top on the left, you just want to make sure that you are in the correct Facebook ad account. You want to make sure you're in the right Facebook ad account. I'm there, so I'm good. Now, here we go. So what was that? For me, that was 2 clicks so far. All right, so now I'm going to click on add. That's my third click. And now I'm choosing to create an ad. Now, this is where people get lost and confused, because remember I told you that sending people cold traffic to a booking site or a website is not ideal. You want to collect people's information. In order for them to get that lead magnet, which is my freebie, they got to give me something. They have to give me a name, phone, and an email. They have to. And let me show you. So, and I'm not sending them to my website. I am not sending them to my booking link. I am sending them to my landing page for the freebie. For the freebie, I am sending them here to this landing page. They can't get confused. It doesn't have any buttons for them to click off. They have one job, one assignment to say, yes, they want the journal. When they click that they want the journal, they put in, you see what I'm collecting? I'm collecting the goods. They put in their info and say that, yes, they want it. All right, let's go back to Meta. So I just wanted to take you through that process. In just a minute, you'll hear my phone go off because I put in the information. And so it's going to let me know, hey, your journal. Oh, let me go to that page. So once they put that in, it takes them to this thank you page, confirmation page. Thank you, Tiffany. Your journal's on the way. Take a look at how serious our clients are about accelerating their fat loss. So this right here, I'm giving them what they asked for, but now I'm going to see if someone will take action on coming in for an appointment. So now I'm showing them a sneak peek at some transformations, how people use the journal, as well as my services to accelerate their results. And so I'm giving them, this is called a tripwire, where I'm like, I'm giving you an option. They get a one-time offer with a timer deadline to get $100 gift certificate towards a service at my business. Similar to that irresistible offer where it's $100 off. My price is $249, so they can use this $100 gift card and get it for $149. Some people will take advantage of this right here. I'm just trying them up to see. Some people won't. That's okay. So if the person says, yes, I want it, then they will click here, and then this will be emailed to them as well. So that's the journey. I wanted to show you that before we set up the ad. So now we're here. So in order for me to do it for a freebie, what is my goal? My goal, and in this option, I am going to say, get more website visits, or you can choose get more bookings. Either one, it doesn't matter, but you're going to put in, you're not putting in your booking link, you're not putting in your website link, you're putting in a link, a landing page link that collects information. No one gets anything. My phone is on D&D, so you guys didn't hear it go off with the text. But no one gets anything without giving you their name, phone, and email, which takes me back to the biggest mistake that people make. One of the biggest mistakes is just sending people off to a website to book. No, we're not doing that. Okay. So if we chose get more website visits, now it's going to default to what's already there on my page. So what I am doing is editing here, and I'm choosing my own image. I probably need to upload. Edit options, upload a new, and looking for the journal. There we are. So this will be what I'm taking that one away, and this is what they are going to see from my ad. I am going to add a description, right? A description that stays away from words like fat. Try not to use that type of verbiage in your description, because it could, not be approved. But I'm going to say exactly what's happening. Grab my free Tighten and Tone Inch Loss Journal. Literally what it's saying here, I'm putting it in my description. In my description, I can also put the link to where they can click for the landing page, right? And then also here in the headline, now see where it has website URL, I'm taking that out. I don't want to send them there. I want to send them to that landing page. And then my button would be download. Download, let me grab that offer. Put it here, want them to download. My headline would be, maybe it could say limited while supplies last or something. That could be the headline. It could also be grab your free item. I could say journal. You only get so many characters. Kind of preview what it's going to look like right here. It takes, then they have the link to my offer. It shows me right here, over here with everything that's going on. All right. The next thing is my audience. Now, your audience is very clear and simple. Male, female, or both, and age, and your location. That's it. There should be no special interest. There should be no educational level. There should be no relationships, that none of those things. There should be no interest in Beyonce, whoever, Jagged Edge. It does none of that. Demographic, age, and the gender, male, female, or both. Okay, so then how do you do that? You come down here and you want to choose people. You choose through targeting, because you want to throw a wide net. You don't want to narrow it down. You want to throw a wide net to catch people who are interested. And then you'll be able to filter through from there. So I'm choosing people who I choose through targeting. And now I'm clicking this pencil just to edit that. And so for me, it's just women for right now. My age range, I'm just dragging on over, I'll say 30 to, I do have an older client, so I'll say 60. Your location. See how it has United States here? Oh my gosh, y'all. When I am scrolling social media and I see people's body contouring ads, I click on them, because I know there aren't very many in my area. And so I know for a fact that they did not do the location properly. And as much as I've been wanting to send them a message like, hey, you need a little help, I don't. Maybe I shouldn't. But either way, take United States out. Let's close that. And so up at the top, your location, you can put the address of your space. You can put zip codes here, right? So if you know certain zip codes that you want to target, so if you're in a very big city and demographically, income-wise, you want to target a specific, you want to target specific zip codes, you can do that. So here, there's one zip code if I wanted to. So I'll choose that. Then I'll go, go back up. I can put in another zip code. Right? And then you can say how far out as far as the mileage goes. So really, once you put in one zip code, depending on how big your city is, let me go back up. You can just put the mileage out. You can also say, you can just put in a city name. So if I just put in Tallahassee, and then I can say that city and anything up to 25 miles out. And then right here, I am able to click and drag how far out, I want to go. And so utilize that, but do not you have to close out that default of United States. You do not leave it in there. Even if you put your own, city, location, zip codes, you do that. You have to take United States out, or else people who are not in your area are still going to see your ad. Okay. So I got my location set. I said 23 miles out, and it's gonna say 25, leave it at that. All right, my audience, I'm in the green, so I'm good. It tells me that my estimated audience size down here, I am going to choose save my audience. I chose everything, I'm good. So I'm choosing save. Okay, so now I'm going back up from top to bottom. I have my ad picture. This is the only photo that I want there. You put in your description. All down. I got my headline here. Okay, I'm good. I chose the download button. My website URL, it will default to a website link that you already have in your profile. I don't want that. I'm sending them to the landing page so that I can collect name, phone, and email. Do not give people your freebie without collecting those key things. I've defined my audience, people who I'm choosing through targeting. Oh, another one thing that I wanted to say in the interest, because people make this mistake here. Detailed targeting. Sometimes it will have suggested things here. Mine doesn't, because it knows. Don't put no suggested targeting or interest in mine. I guess I've closed them and deleted them out so much that it doesn't default to that. But for a lot of you, it will default. And you'll just need to hit the X button and remove everything. Okay, so let's come out of here. Yes. All right, so I am good to go. All I need to do is set my daily budget and choose. Now, I suggest that you choose, if you have this option, some people don't, to run the ad continuously, because you can pause it and stop it at any time, but it just gives the Facebook algorithm, time to really figure out what works and the right people to target. Also, when this would be like brand awareness, making people aware. I'm not asking for anything yet. So a brand awareness campaign, so that people know you exist without asking for money, is something that you want to have in your marketing budget that you run every day. It could be $5, a day to start. And again, you can always watch it and just pause it. But this is how you can grow your list of leads very quickly, by running something like this, a freebie. So I'll say, but let's say you decided that you were going to run it for 7 days. All right. And it says I'll reach this many accounts per day if I decided to do $5 a day. And my total budget over 7 days is $35. You want to pay attention right here, because I've had people who set up their ads, and for some reason, their whole budget will say $5. And so they're saying, hey, Dr. T, I'm running ads. I haven't gotten anybody. And I'm like, okay, let's look at your numbers. Can you send me a screenshot? How long have you been running an ad? It's been about a week, or it's been about 5 days. How many people have you reached? 400. Okay, I'm like, okay, you didn't set something up right. Your budget is off. And then when we look deeper into it, it's $5 over 7 days. So you spending less than $1 a day. Yeah, no, you've only reached 400 people, maybe. No, it's a joke. So make sure that you pay attention to what your total budget is here. And then from there, you can decide their placement. You definitely want to do Facebook and Instagram. You can decide whether or not you want to do Messenger. And again, it's trial and error. Everybody's area is different. Messenger works for some that don't. You can trial and error. You can leave as is or not. And then you click promote for it to be approved. And then you get notification that it is approved, and voila. Any questions on setting this up? I feel like that I stopped counting the clicks, but it wasn't a lot of clicks, y'all. Any questions? You can unmute yourself. It's 12:50. I am going to show the other way without it being a freebie, with it being your irresistible offer, how you should be setting that up. All right, let me check the chat. So you give freebies and offer discounts too. I like that. Okay, how can this be set up for promoting a course in body contouring? Same concept. So you would want your flyer, right? Your flyer would need to be a attractive flyer, and you set up your demographics. Now, if it's online and you're targeting, people throughout the United States, then that's one thing. If you're only targeting people locally, then you would set up your location. When it comes to the interest on that, it's going to be trial and error. I would try it with no interest at all to remember, capturing a wide net, and probably women though, only in a certain age. I wouldn't drill down too deep. And then you can test it a different way where you have the same ad running, but you narrow down the interest. And then you start to see which one is getting more leads, which one is getting more people interested, and then you shut the other one off. So in marketing, and when you're advertising your business, you always it's always trial and error. And I recommend you trial and error your own stuff once you understand and know it, versus paying an agency or someone else to trial and error at $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, because all they're doing is trial and erroring, probably not a word, as well. Okay. All right. I think we got all the questions. Okay. So
I have one more question.
Yes.
So for the whole ad that you ran was just you promoting your freebie, right? Your journal.
Correct.
That was the whole. Okay. You didn't do no talking. You ain't do no video. None of that. Just your free journal.
Just that free journal with that picture. Let's go back up.
Okay.
Yep. Just this free journal with just this photo. I think that's pretty, eye-catching, like, oh, Tank and Tone journal. And I told him it was free. Can you do a video? Video, yes, video is great. So video,
but this one way simple.
Video does convert. Just when we think about statistics, video does convert at a higher rate than pictures. But if your graphic and ad is nice, then it's good. But video, we have to think too. Remember a couple years ago when you would scroll through Facebook and see ads, people's video would just automatically run. But now with the video, people have to press play. So that still screenshot before they press play has to, capture attention in some type of way as well. And so once they press play, then they listen and they're ready. But yes, okay, I'm glad you said that. It's very simple, not a whole lot of clicks when you go through MetaSuite. When you start being an ads manager and all them different graphics and numbers, that's the old way. This is the better way. The way that they don't want you to know about. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. So this was the freebie. Now, let's say you're doing your irresistible offer. All right, so we're back in MetaSuite. I am saying create an ad. Now, for your offer, now remember, I was sending them to a landing page to collect name, phone, and email. This right here, my irresistible offer, I'm not sending them to a landing page because I am asking them to spend money. And so people probably would I have a landing page for that offer, but when I'm running the ad, I'm not doing that because the chances of this cold traffic, remember they cold. Ooh, chilling. I jumped out at them. Because of that, I'm not sending them there because the chances of them clicking off is very high. So what I am going to do, what you are going to do is now your goal is to get more leads. Your goal is to get more leads. When you choose get more leads, where do you want to collect the contact info? All this is on Facebook. We're going to collect it on Facebook. Now Facebook is asking me, okay, what info do you want to collect? Name your form. It's required. It's going to default to whatever your business name is. But let's say we name this form irresistible offer. At what was our offer at? $149, or you can say 50% off. Okay. Now, what info am I collecting? It's gonna default to the name and the email, but you gotta check that phone number. Phone number is just as important as getting that email. So now it's going to show them, this is what my form is going to look like. Someone's going to ask, well, what's see all? So let's see what see all is. You can request other information. I don't do that. You can also ask questions. Now, you have to ask the question in the right way that doesn't go against Facebook rules. But like, let's say the question was, how soon are you looking to start? Right? Because this just kind of helps narrow things down, because now when you know someone is actually answering a question, they're probably pretty interested, right? So we want them to come in for a body contouring session. So we're asking them, how soon are they looking to get booked? And we can also ask them, what area are they looking to work on? Okay, so what area are you looking to work on would definitely be, I would swap them and use that first, and you can add more questions, not too many. Don't get too far overboard, because y'all know people's attention span, including me and you, is very, very small. If you start asking all these questions, you're like, damn, just F it, forget it. So keep the questions down. You don't have to ask a question, but you can. So I just wanted to show you that as an option. Trash those. Okay. So, but make sure you check phone number. Please, please, please. Make sure you do that. All right. So we are hitting the next button. Same thing. Now it's going to default to this. I am editing this photo and uploading a new one. And it was this one. All right. Right now it still has that defaulted picture. So it has both. I don't want that one. I'm closing that one, getting rid of it. It's going to default to a description, but you'll want to change this. In BCMU, I tell you what to say, so you're good there. But sometimes the verbiage that's in our bio can go against the standards, so you don't want to use that. You want to use something that'll get, that again doesn't talk about that or anything like that that goes against the rules. Again, put your headline, we can put tighten and tone, tighten. Special, right? Depending on your business name, this headline could be tighten and tone. Let me see, gold digger. Okay, that's not gonna fit for me. But like one business, her name's Superior Body Sculpting, so she could say like superior body session or superior sculpting session, if it fits. Who else is BK Blossom? I think I saw her in here. So hers could be the Blossom Special. Blossom Special. Okay, that fits, right? And that's attractive. It's like, whoa, I'm blossoming. Okay. So you have your headline. You want to choose your button. And the button is going to be, let's see, because we asked them for money, apply now, learn more, get a quote, sign up. They're signing up because they need to understand that they're signing up. And again, same thing with the audience. I'm not, it defaulted to an advantage. I'm not doing that. It's people. And see how here this advantage audience yet has these interests in there. Nope, nope, nope. People that I choose through targeting. I'm clicking that pencil. See how I'm doing just women. I'm dragging my age. Drag your age range for your, your business and your demographic. If you don't know that yet, again, it's trial and error. You're going to test it out to see. Remember this location, how it has defaulted to United States. Get rid of that. That's for sure money down the toilet. Put in your, let's see. Let's see if we, I think somebody was on here from Rochester. How you spell? How you spell Rochester? No. How you spell Rochester, New York? Yeah, there we go. Depending on how big your city is, you may want to go with like a zip code. You can even put in your location address, right? So if you put in your location address, let's see. There. Right, so that's the location address, and then you can target. Let me get Rochester out of there. Trying to move, y'all can't see it, but I can. All right, so you can put in your location address and then drag your radius up or down from there. So that's another way. I'm glad I said that. So yes, you can put that in. Go look at your audience size. Remember, there's no interest or anything else that we're doing. I did 6. Let's see, 25 should put us kind of where we were before with the audience size. And then you just hit save. So you edited your audience. You're good. Let's check it out. So this is what happens. Now this makes sense. So when you choose get leads, it automatically sets a budget, and you can't do it continuously when you're getting more leads. You have to choose a start and an end date. Now, if you notice, when we did it the other way, where we were sending them to our landing page website, you could run it continuously as a brand awareness, or you could set a start and an end date. So here it's a little different. So I am going to choose, for me, again, you can stop and pause. Let's just choose, a good little ways out. Oh, you can only do 30, I forgot. All right, so let's go with, what's today, the 21st? Let's go with the 1st. Because what it does is it does default to a budget. The total budget is $35 over 11 days. So what some people do here is this is where they mess up, and they're saying, Dr. T, I'm not getting people, because they changed this to 5 because they're thinking that it's $5 a day. And see how over here that total budget is showing $5. So you literally spending pennies a day, because for the get leads option, it's over the total period. So typically the members in BCMU will start at 7 days, and they will run it at $5 a day, so $35. But if you've ran ads before and you never chose to get more leads, because a lot of people don't choose this option, it isn't talked about. You choose send people to the website, and you send people to that, and no, it is per day. But for here, it's the total over the 7 days. That's very key, very important, because again, people make the mistake of dragging this down to $5 or whatever, thinking that it's per day and it's over the whole time that you're going to run the ad. So If you're ever unsure, just look at your payment summary. Right here is showing your ad will run for 7 days and the total budget is $5. And no, I don't want my total budget to say $35. Again, same thing here. Pretty self-explanatory. You hit promote and you get approved. Now, with the get more leads, what happens is we gave that form. So when they see your ad, let's hit, no, we're not promoting now. When they see this, they're going to click sign up. When they click sign up, Facebook automatically puts in their contact information that Facebook has, name, phone, email. It automatically puts that in. And so when you go back to look at your ad, you can literally see all of your leads, name, phone, and email. And now, remember, it's cold traffic. Let me pause before I get into that. Who has questions on this way of running an ad? I still feel like that was like plus or minus 10 clicks. I know it is.
I just
Doctor?
wanted to know, how do you determine like which one are you gonna do? Like if you're gonna do the irresistible or if you're gonna do like the other one, because it was two different ways.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
No, it does. You decide. I would say do both. Do both, because one is brand awareness, it's a freebie, or you could switch it off for the week. One week you can do one and the following week you could do the other. Let's say you say, okay, you know what, I'm looking at my budget and I have $100 for the month that I can spend on ads. So then you'll say, okay, I'm going to spend $50 in this one and $50 in that one. And then you can divvy up the time. And then as you start to do it, you'll see, okay, which route works best for you in your business model. Is it the route where you give them the freebie and you're nurturing and following up, and that's the next level of our conversation? Or is it the route where you show them the irresistible offer, you get a few people who book, but everybody else you still follow, nurturing and following up? At the end of the day, you have to nurture, which means get people comfortable and familiar with you in the following up. You have to follow up. You have to follow up. Dr. T, what do you mean by following up? You have to have a system and a software or a way that you are reminding people that you exist. So if it comes to your freebie, right, and they get your journal, a great example of a follow-up would be 3 days later, you're asking them, hey, have you taken a look at the journal yet? Have you started? And then another 2 days later, you're suggesting your favorite recipe. Another week later, you're reminding them to drink water. And then another several days later, you're reminding them about 50% off of your special that you have. That is the nurturing, the warming, and the getting them familiar with you. You may have every week where you send for me, it's like the gold digger of the week or gold digger of the month. So it'll be a transformation where I am either sending a text or an email that shows like the transformation of the month. Let's celebrate this person. And then that again, people don't forget about me. The nurturing is there. Then I'm not always telling them something. I'm also giving them tips and different things that you do, all those emails that you've gotten so far, first thing in the morning, where these people in these companies are just always reminding you that they exist. Hey, don't forget about me. I got this over here for you. That is what you have to do. Because remember, with ads, it's cold. These people, remember, they don't know you. You just bust out of nowhere. You have to build a relationship. You have to. Okay, so that's my rant. That kind of went into, great question, because that pretty much went into my nurturing rant. So again, when you do it this way, where you're getting leads, Facebook will show you those people, name, phone, email, and if you added a question in there, it will show you that. And so you're able to follow up with them. As far as the sending them to the landing page, Oh, okay. Sending them to a landing page 100% requires you to have a CRM software where it's the customer relationship management. You have to have that because you need a landing page, you need the autoresponder to deliver it to them, you need that. So for that, you have to have that. When it comes to this way where you're getting leads, do you have to have a software and a system? No. Does it help? Absolutely, because all of the things are automated with the follow-up and the nurturing. But this is a better way to start if you don't have and you're not ready to get in a CRM system, because you can manually, depending on how many leads you get and how busy you are, you can, follow up with people in a manual way. So that is the other answer to your question. Which one do you run first? If you know that you're not going to get a CRM system where the automation for the freebie is going to deliver and you don't have all those tools in place, then that's definitely not the option. But if you know this way right here, if you're running ads and you just needed to understand you were already running ads anyway, you want to do the lead form, because now you can collect the information. And even if down the road, you don't want the list to go cold where they put in their info and then it's months later and you're like, hey, you still want to come in for your session? That's weird. You don't do that. That's a little spammy. But if you know, like, you will follow up with your leads and you will reach out to these people like, hey, it's Kiara from da-da-da. Saw that you put in information to get 50% off our body contouring session. What area are you looking to work on? What would you like to come in? You'll start picking up the phone and doing that type of deal. Okay. Any other questions? Where's our presentation?
So for the Facebook ad thing, do you have to have it set up as a business account, or can you do it with a personal account?
So in order to have a business account, you have to have a personal first. So when you have a personal account, you can set up a business page and then you can run ads.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, you don't have to pay for it. The only thing you're paying for is actually running the ads, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So you got your personal page. You'll go, you will. So you have your, all right. A lot of us, and you can do this from your phone. All right. So you're in Facebook. On your personal Facebook page. And see, we used to doing this stuff from our phones, but you there's an option to create somewhere in here. There's an option to start another page for a business, but you have to have a personal page in order to do that. I have to do that from my phone. I can't even remember. I was gonna try to talk you through it this way, but I can't. So yes, to answer your question, only thing you're paying for is when you decide to tell Facebook that you are ready to run ads, and then you have to have a card on file, and then they bill you. Okay, so we are coming to the conclusion of our presentation. I have to let you know that, well, hopefully you got a ton of value from this and you're able to apply what I told you. BCMU, Body Contouring and Marketing University, CRM, absolutely provides all the tools that you need in order to do what we just talked about. I give you the ad, I give you the copy, you get the step-by-step tutorial on how to do it, and then just the advice on what's next and what you should be doing. And how I came about with this is because, again, I learned that I needed these different tools in order to run my business. So I had about 6 things that I was using, 6 softwares that I was using to have the landing page, the text and email marketing, electronic forms, because I was had wanted those. Memberships, because I had people, remember I was helping people lose weight online. So we had pre-recorded videos or live Zooms that need to be saved for people to log in, all those different things and softwares. And I was spending about like $600 a month on software to be able to do what I needed to do. And so that's how BCMU came about. Right now, it's worth, I know what it's worth because I know what I was paying, but currently it is only $249 a month, and you don't need anything else to run your business. Calendars is there. I was using Square. I don't use Square anymore. I use this solely to run and market all of my businesses that I have. And I do have Shopify. I have a Shopify website, so I do still use that. But other than that, I don't use any other software anymore. And you really, not unless you decide that you still want to use something else, you don't need anything else to run your business. So that concludes, what was the title? Mastering Facebook ads in 10 clicks or less, plus or minus. All right, so let me check the chat to see if y'all have any questions. I want to see if I missed anything important. I don't think I did. Well, maybe, okay. So with BCMU, you get text and email. There's so many things that you get. So sometimes when you're just constantly saying what you get, people get overwhelmed because it's too much. But just know that everything that you need in order to like really position yourself professionally and run your business and manage your customer relationships, you absolutely have that, plus tons more. Let me check the chat to see if y'all have any questions. And then, what site do you recommend? Okay, yeah, I recommend BCMU. Yep, I think you told me. Yep. So you get landing pages, unlimited landing pages with BCMU. So there are people who do other services. So there's people who do post-op, they're estheticians. You get the lead magnet. So the journal was one example on what you saw. You actually get that to be able to start telling people about it, to grab it, to be able to use it, to run it as an ad. For everything that I showed you that I'm doing is part of what you get bonuses and what's included as being a part of BCMU and using the software and the system. So I didn't show you anything, everything that I showed you, yeah, you get. Thank you. You're so welcome. Can you customize the templates? Which templates, Sabrina? Yes. So, okay. When it comes to the journal, yes, that is customized to your brand and colors. We'll do that for you. I can show you an example. But yes, that is customized to each business's brand logo and color. Yeah, I think I got one up. Let me see. I'm very big on people understanding why and what's happening. I don't want to work with anybody who's don't have the willingness to learn and understand, because I want you to be able to do these things and understand these things for yourself, so that it doesn't matter what business you start, where you go, you understand the tools and what you need in order to market your business. Being dependent on me is not advantageous to me at all. Although that is opposite of what other people who do or help you with marketing, their concept is different. They want you to be dependent on them. And so you do become dependent on just running ads and them doing it for you. You never learn it. And then when you get to a point that you can no longer afford it, you're stuck. You're back at square one. And that sucks. That's not a good feeling. And so I like for people to understand and be able to do it on their own. And some people don't, and I get it. I've learned that. But for me, that's just not the person that I want to deal with, because I don't want to do it for you. And yeah, I don't like to know stuff that I don't like to not know how to do something. Now, once you know it, you understand it and you learn it, now you can hire a VA for a lot less to do these things. But in the interim, you need to be able to understand it. And case in point, beginning of December, one of my key members that was a part of my team, my assistant, decided to move on. And I say key because they did a lot of things that I didn't want to do anymore. But the moment that that person was no longer a part of my team, guess what? Was I stuck? Hell no. Because I know how to do everything. I know how to keep my business running. I know how to use Canva. I know how to edit things. I know how to set up an account in the stuff. I know how to do everything. I trained them. I had done it in a while, but it's like riding a bike. So I say that to say I don't ever want people to be stuck, because I don't like to be stuck. Nobody will ever have that type of advantage over me. So if you can see this screen, this is just an example of, so it can, that the journal, are customized to your brand and your branding. So yes, I'm very big on proof too. So even though I said, I just wanted to show you too. All righty, what time is it? Okay, I said this was going to 1:30. It's 1:22. We are doing great on time. Let me see if there's any final questions. If your question is just like too much to type, because I'm one of those people, I hate. You can unmute yourself and answer. If you found this helpful, please don't keep me a secret. Tell someone else. Also, too, if you found it helpful, post in the group that it was helpful, just so that other people know and other people can take advantage. Will I do this again? Maybe. It's just about finding the time and the right day. I know that Saturdays are a little difficult because that's when people are at their spa. So we'll see. All righty. Anybody need to unmute? If not, we are done. I think I covered everything at this point. No, let's see. Because what was our goal? Let's go back to our goal of this whole thing. All right. How to create an ad campaign in just a few clicks. Did I cover that for you? And if I didn't, keep it real and be like, no, I need a better. Yep. Okay, perfect. How to target the right audience in your business. Remember, male, female, or both, your location and age. That's it. Do we need to, I'll put it here for you, Queen, while we're on. Can you find it? So we went over that. Tips and tricks for creating high performing ads. So I showed you lead magnet, irresistible offer, 25% ain't gonna get it, 10%. And no, heck no, ain't nobody waking up to come for that. And how to track and measure the success of your ad. So dang, I really didn't touch on that like I needed to, but you'll be able to check the results as your ad is running. You'll be able to check the results and you'll see very easily like a cost per lead, and anything under anywhere from the range of $5 to $10 is a great cost per lead. Okay, Sabrina, let me put this in the chat for you, Queen, and we'll go. And right now it's $249 versus 3. So let me get that for you. And then if you have any other questions, you can always, it's two-way. So the number that was sending you the reminders, that's a two-way texting. So you can send a question there, or you can message me on Facebook. And then I'm just gonna drop this in the chat for you. And then we go. And if you have any other question, you can unmute yourself because it looks like it's just me and you here. If you had something more specific or personal that you wanted to ask. And let me turn off the recording.